welcome. Real quick, sponsors. Boston Pickleball Club, title sponsor. Want to thank you guys as always. And
Flick weight.
yes, Flick weight. Hang on, I got one of them right here. Weighted bands, weighted cap coins. I think they're doing caps now too.
And weighted butt caps. Yep.
And butt caps. And then I've seen some tungsten too from them. They're kind of always cooking up new stuff. Yeah, Flickweight, gotta super appreciate them. I also just like that they're not afraid to innovate. You know,
Yeah. They're coming out with some
like
different things.
sometimes, like, not to name names, but some other companies in similar spaces have kind of stuck to one entity of paddle customization where they're not afraid to like put their hands in everything. So I think that's really cool. As you and I are well aware, people that do a lot of customization of paddles, I don't think it's a solved market or entity. So, yeah. All right, we got an interesting episode today. We are going to have Ivan of Pickleball Apes on. We're going to talk a little bit about these bad boys. Got the Charm series right here. I'll flip them this way too. This is actually not very easy to do while holding them, by the way. Fun fact.
Wait. Let me grab mine. Oh, wait, they're not here yet.
Okay, you played that well. I was about to feel bad doing that, but you played that well. Cody's are on the way.
Yep, they'll be here Monday.
Yeah. Unfortunately, look, mine were late too. I was supposed to have mine like a week ago, and this is how I got them now. I just got your text of that picture. That is hysterical. I'm putting that up on the camera right now. You ready for this? Yeah.
You got the record button.
You got the record button. I love it. Yeah, look, they're fun. I'm going to be real with you guys. I don't even have enough time on them for a first impression right now. So we're coming into this super raw. We have like the specs and stuff they sent us beforehand, which we're going to dive into because I do think there's some interesting stuff going on in this core. We'll let our magic editor, who's not me for this episode, which will be fun. We'll let
I think you're gonna be the editor still.
Okay. Well, regardless of who edits, we'll put in a little picture of the core so you guys can see it. I think at this point it's been floated around enough that we should be able to put that in. I'll check anyways though. I always like to check to be certain.
I mean, it's all over. I'm pretty sure we'll be fine.
I think I could probably Google it, but
I even think they posted it too. So
yeah, but we'll do the full, not just the X-ray sheet. We'll do the full like. I'll try to get him to send like a bare bones. They like cut the half of the paddle.
Oh yeah,
that's what I meant by that. But we could do an X-ray too. That's fine. But yeah. So we're gonna dive in. We're just currently kind of shooting it. All right, there he is.
There's Ivan.
Ivan,
am I too early?
No, you're good.
You're perfect. You're
okay,
perfect.
I can quit. I can quit and come back in 3 minutes.
No, you're okay.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. Let's get into it then.
1 second.
First off, Ivan.
1 second. Is it clear?
Yeah,
you're clear.
We can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, let's dive into it.
I didn't realize you guys were co-hosts.
Yeah, it's new. It's like two weeks in.
Okay.
I usually have Vinny as well. Vinny Pickleball. He does a bunch of like
for Valère
social stuff. I think he's currently on court right now for like 40 hours of pickleball, trying to break the world record. Something like that.
I've seen it.
Yeah, which is insane. I will definitely check in on that because that'll be an interesting one. But yeah, so all right, let's dive into it. So, all right, so you just had the Charm series release, Ivan. Pretty sure today, right?
Today morning, yeah.
Yeah.
We're right on time.
That's really exciting. I just got mine recently in the mail, so I figured we could talk about them a little bit. I know Cody's has his on the way, so
Monday.
yep.
Monday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think first and foremost for me, I'd love to hear about how you guys decided on this specific core.
You mean the
Yeah,
dice
the
core
dice score.
idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I mentioned that in our own review. I was just I had a foam block in front of me, and I was thinking, what can we do differently here, and how we can take advantage of it. And the idea came from the photography case that was nearby in the room, and they have like ribbed foam in the cases to separate the
Yeah.
sections, and some of those foam can be removed and then replaced with for lenses and for some extras for the cameras. And I thought, wow, this is pretty cool. What if I do the same thing but with the more higher density foam and with the core? And it seems like it can potentially make it dynamic. I was very skeptical because I thought it's not gonna pass like deflection tests and some of the USA Pickleball regulations, but the foam density was good enough, to allow it to flex and bend, just the right amount of time to be legal completely. And yeah, so this is how the idea came in first. We tried different course. Actually, maybe I can even show you here, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, 1 second, I'll bring it here. Okay.
Yep, no worries. That's crazy that you got that through camera cases though. I'm
That's
looking at my camera case next to me right now. I'm like, you're a gold mine. Uh,
well, that's crazy that he popped in like right on time too. That was
yeah,
awesome.
100%.
Should I have been late, huh?
No, no, you were perfect. We love it.
Your timing was like on point.
Okay. So this is the core for. No, I have to remove the
Yeah, you
background.
gotta turn the blur off.
No.
It is a sweet background though. That is the Charm series in the back for reference for you guys. I have them right here in my hands as well. So
It doesn't allow me to remove my background while I'm on the call.
that's okay. You can just
Okay.
you can just email us a picture after, and I'll edit it in.
No,
That's okay.
no. Okay, right here.
Just send me a picture after. We can edit
Right
it in.
here is
Oh, there
gonna
we
be
go. I
fine.
can see it now.
Yeah,
Oh, look at that.
I just
Yeah,
have to
white
hold
shirt.
it.
There we go.
Yeah, I just have to hold it
I
here
love
in
it.
front of me, right? So you can
Yeah,
you can
so
probably
it's got like
you,
inserts
yep,
in it too,
you can
right?
probably see it here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's flexing that
Yeah.
much.
And this one is not incised, right? So I can't really bend it that much.
Yeah,
Oh,
wow, that
geez.
one's way stiffer.
So yeah, there's a big difference, and
Okay.
so we wanted to take advantage of this, and yeah, we tried different patterns of incisions. The first idea that I ever had was vertical incisions instead of horizontal. So this is the idea. It kind of flexes in this way, right? So this is how it looks. And another idea was to make it crisscross, like
Okay.
so both, right? So you can have both. You can have both horizontal and vertical, right? So you probably can see it clearly here. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but for the charm, we chose the horizontal because horizontal seems to be improving the dwell time a little bit more, and the vertical, I think what we concluded on is that vertical kind of make it more powerful and kind of improve not improve, but actually creating a trampoline effect. And the combination of those kind of creates a little bit unpredictable paddle. But yeah, I'm sure there is plenty of patterns, depth, and like the distance between the incisions that we can change. Right now it's only 3-4 millimeter deep. We can make it 5 or even less to adjust it to a certain characteristic that we want in the future. So I'm just think this is a good base. So in the future we can make it and adjust it for some other series and for some other paddles. And you can do it for low density foam, for high density foam, and just get different results from it. So yeah, but again, the charm is kind of predictable, more predictable power. I mean, we were hoping to get it in more of a low side of the power category, but this power perception changes basically after every release. So once we had the power is here, and now power starts here. So if you talk about the control all court and power paddles, right? So changes quickly, but yeah, I don't know. You didn't get yours yet, so I know you can really speak for yourself, but
I'll
maybe you'll
put
get
I'll
a
put it
different
to
impression.
I'll put it to the test. You know it.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if anyone's going to put the power test there, Cody is a good person for that. So
Okay.
I was about to say, I was watching some gameplay of Cody earlier, and I was like, wow, this guy is driving a lot.
Yeah,
Like,
Okay.
I'll drive.
so,
I'll drive.
Okay. I
yeah.
think you should take
Um,
advantage of it then, and you probably can
yeah.
activate it well.
Yeah.
I got a question. I'm curious. So you guys went back to the aramid fiber with these. Um, the Kevlar, it's predominantly Kevlar and then carbon fiber weave, correct?
So I can't really say Kevlar, because the Kevlar is a
Okay.
trademarked word, so we used Armid fiber.
Okay.
But yeah, we came back to Armid fiber. Your question is why, or?
Yeah, I'm curious because I know the Harmony was your first of carbon fiber. I know that you started with the aramid fiber originally and were, to my knowledge, the first pickleball company to really introduce Kevlar into the face of a paddle. I was just curious why you were coming back to it now after going carbon fiber with the last series.
No, I prefer to make paddles with aramid fiber, to be honest, just because you can achieve some unique aesthetics just with charm. You probably can never achieve it with carbon fiber just because it's so vibrant, right? And those vibrant aesthetics is one of like the side benefits. And look, both used in the industry pretty commonly now, right? So the aramid fiber is more muted and carbon fiber probably less muted. But you have to keep in mind that if you take the sheet of carbon fiber and let's say one sheet usually takes you to make 3 paddles or 3 sides of the paddle, and the killer sheet or aramid fiber sheet is usually heavier, like 10-15 grams. So with Harmony being paddle on a lower static weight, on a lower swing weight, but more balanced approach, the carbon fiber was just a better option to shave off some weight. And yeah, I mean, it's just it was nicely it was a nice feed for Harmony to serve its purpose. Here, I know it's a little bit the average weight is like 8.15 ounces, I think, but it doesn't feel that heavy when you play with it. So, and I've seen people already add some weight. I know Chris probably added already 9 grams.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness. Jeez.
yeah,
I always like to do my first game session with all these stock. I'll bring it with me if I feel like I need to add personally.
Hmm.
I will admit the V I'll probably add weight to just because it's the lightest of the three. I know
Okay,
that's kind of what I've historically done with the V shape for you guys in the past.
sure.
Um, the S and the X, we'll see. I actually don't think I added much weight to my X last time for the Harmony, just because I feel like it already had a pretty high base weight being elongated. But I'd be curious. I would be curious where you would add it on these, just off of super super brief hitting time on them.
Usually what
Yeah,
people do, and forgive me interrupting you, they do
no,
the
you're fine.
standard 3 and 9. 3 and 9
Yeah,
is the standard weight addition here, so yeah.
yeah. I was about to say every S variation I've had so far, I've done 3 and 9. But I would be curious to see if kind of what you get from other customizations and stuff that Cody and I were talking about earlier. Like maybe there's some handle weight involved there, maybe not as well. Just depending on personal preference and player preference.
Yeah,
So
on the Harmony X, I put 2 grams at both 4 and 8, and then 3 grams at 12.
oh
And that's kind of
wow,
like my go-to on all my paddles. So
okay. So you got like it's like a top down almost. You got like a roof and then like the sides a little there.
yeah, like a roof And then like the bottom corners,
Yeah,
yeah.
like the bottom sides going into the. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
I like
What
it.
was your total weight?
Uh, I'm usually between like 8.5 and 8.7, Ivan. I don't
Hmm.
remember exactly on what the Harmony X came out at for static weight, because it also depends if I add a hexacore, if I add a trigger grip. It kind of varies on what combination would I have with my grip, because I played around with my grip a lot too.
Okay, understood. Yeah, I mean Harmony can allow you to add more weight, like
Yeah, those
natively.
those do still feel lighter than the Charm coming in stock. I had an unplayed X of my buddies and I weighed
Hmm.
it to the Charm X and it was probably like a good 3 to 4 swing weight points lighter and like 0.2 of an ounce lighter in static weight. Is that just the foam coming in on the heavier side, Ivan?
This is the whole idea behind Harmony, right? And the Harmony like was to improve maneuverability, but at the same time be stable. So
Yeah.
the combination of both, like lower swing weight and higher twist weight, this was the idea behind Harmony, and everything that built into it was kind of chosen to be lightweight and um, balanced. Here, yeah, it's a little bit on the heavier side, but I already mentioned it's not just the foam, but also like addition of aramid fiber instead of carbon fiber, right? You're already adding a
Hmm.
few grams of the weight. Um, so yeah, but I think it's pretty normal weight for the full foam paddles right now. I mean, I know, and this is high density foam, right? So we cutting the high density foam. There's low density foams that used in some of the other lower priced paddles. I don't wanna, it's not correct for me to call out brand names, but you probably know what I'm talking about. They use a
Yeah.
lower density foams, and that's why they came way lighter, probably 7.5, 7.6.
Hmm.
So yeah, just the combination of higher density foam, not lower density foam here.
Um, I got one or two more, but Cody, you want to go for one here?
Uh, Go for it real quick,
All right.
Dawson.
So you guys just went for a logo change. I have some suspicions why,
Question
and
steal.
in my defense, I have talked. I'm good friends with a close coworker of yours, so I've talked with him about why. But I was curious to hear from your own opinion why the logo change.
I'm curious what he said.
Off air, off air,
Huh?
off air,
All fair.
off air. We'll talk about it.
All right. I mean, it's just a strike, right? We received some strikes, and we wanted
Oh,
to. If we wanted to continue it, we just had to pay extra money because it has some similarity with the currently trademarked logo, and we just updated it in the way that it's unique enough to be safe. And we kind of moved it to profile, so it's still recognizable, but it's simplistic and probably pretty easy for people to recognize from our old logo as well. And yeah, is it what my coworker told you?
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
He I think it was the day he found out and he wasn't thrilled about it, and it was one of the days I was also hitting with him and he was like, "Yeah, get ready. They're gonna look a little different now." So um
Yeah.
but yeah, I was about to say I have the old logo somewhere behind me back there on something. But yeah, I really like it. I think it's a lot more streamlined, you know. I will
Got more
admit.
mature,
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say the other one was a little more like I
childish.
don't want to say kiddie, but a little
Mm.
more I think of a younger
Funky.
audience per se. Yeah. So,
I liked the old logo. I think the new one's just a little bit more simplistic,
yeah.
a little bit more clean. But both of them have been awesome. I'm glad to have the old logo on a couple of the paddles. Those will be cool to look back on once, Pickleball Apes continues to grow.
Yeah, we're in right now. I think all of the paddles are already at the phase where we already moved to
Yeah.
the new logo.
I was about to say he switched him over by now. I wouldn't be if the charm's already out with the new logo. I wouldn't be shocked if anything new
Mm.
coming in's got the new logo on
No,
it.
even
But
even the old paddles, right? Just like
yeah,
the
I was
pulses
about
are
to
now
say.
coming
I
in.
feel like that's usually how it goes with a lot of the brands when they do a brand update like that.
Is
My
the is your Pulse, is that going to be discontinued now and just be running the Harmony and the Charm, or is the Pulse going to still be order being able to order?
I don't know why somebody thought it would be discontinued at some point, yeah.
Just keeping, I guess, determining if that's a paddle that you would want to keep inventory on when you're pushing your newer stuff. So
Yeah. I mean, we're currently we're doing the basic logic things, right? This is like the last year battle, so now you can
hmm
get it with the Black Friday offer
yeah,
and the holidays offer. Charm is a new one, so it's not available for the offer, but probably next
yeah,
year,
yeah,
when we meet with you in November 2026, Charm is gonna be
yeah.
uh, discounted. So yeah, we're keeping the pulse. We're keeping the pulse. There's still plenty of people who are liking the pulse, and yeah, but I think for those who like the pulse, the charm is actually gonna feel like a little bit of an upgrade because it same plushness probably, but a little bit more power.
Yeah.
And
Uh, Go ahead.
no, just wanted to say there is no expected changes within this paddle. So
Good.
yeah.
Okay.
When you and I did our last podcast for the Harmony series, you were mentioning a different shape. I can't remember what that shape was. It was more targeted for like people that played tennis. It was a little
Mm.
bit bigger than the X. Are you guys gonna have that in the Charm series as well?
We will, yes, just a little bit
Oh,
later.
okay,
It's the E shape, right? That you're talking
the E
Yeah,
about.
shape, yeah,
it's the super elongated, the
yeah,
Um,
17-inch one.
Correct. Basically
Yeah.
maximizing the length, but we upgrading it a little bit to improve the sweet spot in it. So,
Oh, good.
yeah, it's gonna
Okay.
be updated A shape, and there's one more shape coming, which is
Ooh.
ooh,
updated S.
Ooh. Yeah. All right.
I'm running out of letters, so do you have a suggestion?
I We'll think of some. But yeah, I was about to say, I feel like that's usually the shape of the series I gravitate towards personally. So I'm very excited to hear there's going to be another S shape too,
I
down
can
the
tell
road.
you what it's gonna be. Actually, it's not a
Yeah, go for
problem.
it.
It's we're gonna widen it a little bit. So right, I think
Yep.
most of I mean, can you call it hybrid shape? It's not natural.
Elongated hybrid.
Elongated hybrid? Okay,
For
elongated.
context, this is what he's talking about. This is an elongated paddle, and this is the S. It's pretty much almost the same length up here, just with the rounded top and a little bit shorter. I actually just measured them out before this pod. I had the X at 16.5 long, and I had the S at like 16.3. So,
Hmm.
um, yeah, I mean I would usually call that an elongated hybrid. There's a couple other companies that have a similar mold. I know Valair for a while, for example, had a kind of elongated hybrid mold.
The
A
Mach
few
1.
others I'm forgetting names of right now. So yeah, I'm assuming you went wider and then maybe tapered down on the head a little there.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do, and
All right.
we're gonna change the geometry a little bit, but yeah, in general, it's just gonna be a little bit widened. And again, I'm running out of letters, so I'm open to suggestions.
You gotta have a Z. You gotta have a Z at this point. You got an X, you got an S, you got a V. We gotta
the
have a
E,
Z.
the E,
He already has the E. To be fair,
yeah,
Yeah,
the E is his. Although
extra elongated
I'm gonna
you
do
could have
H.
gone
I'm gonna
extra
do
long
H.
XL, the H. We could have an A at some point. You know, although I don't know. You gotta come up with a
open to
term for that then.
open to brainstorming.
Amazing. It's just the amazing paddle. That's what it is. But yeah, so I actually wanted to dive into these are kind of more, I'd say cosmetic than functional. I call this like the ultimate autumn fall colors right here. Was this intentional seasonally here or just kind of how it ended up coming out and you guys ran with it?
We were hoping to get it on 31st of October, though.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
going for Halloween.
I like it. I
that
like
would have
it.
that would have been a good timing, but yeah, we missed it a little bit. But look, in general, it's just we're trying to come up with the color that is not overused, that is not available over the counter, and that is not that's gonna stand out. I want people to come to the court to see the charm and be naturally curious about what this paddle is, because you can see the surface from far and you can, oh my God, what is this? I want to take a look at this. So yeah, just natural curiosity of the people that probably will be attracted by the color and do something different from what the rest of the market is looking like. Like we have red, we have blue, we have different patterns, different palettes of blue and red. We have some in terms of the green, but green is questionable, right? Because of the ball color.
Oh yeah, that'd be tricky if it's like the yellowish green too, and it looks like I almost want to say like an old Franklin kind of that kind of green, where it's like almost yellow, but it's still green kind of.
Are you talking about the Ben Jones old one?
No, not on a paddle. I'm just talking about like the color, like
the color of the ball.
color. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, and the orange seems to be a good option. Actually, the pulse is matching your shirt very well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. And,
I was about to say the pulse used to be my like go-to to match anything purple I had on for the brand. I will admit, going to the court, I would rather see these colors than this that I see everywhere, the black and whatever. So I 100% agree with what Ivan just said right there. I'm sure someone will pull up and ask me about these when I hit with them tomorrow, just solely from the color of them. So
Yeah.
Not to mention they do play well as well. So that too. But yeah, I mean, I was about to say that's kind of all I had in store. So when you say new colorways, though, are you thinking colorways in the same series? Or are you going to have the series differentiate by color, Ivan?
Did I say new colorways?
You were saying you were talking about there's potential for new colorways down the road and stuff.
Probably for the iterations of paddles,
series, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
But you're kind of running out of colors at this time, right? What direction do you want me to move next?
No, it's just
Pink,
idea.
maybe pink, completely pink paddle, like neon pink.
Yeah, that would be crazy. Although I think I have one of those somewhere in the pile of stuff I still need to review right now. I have something. It's not the whole thing's neon, but it's like the edges are like hot neon pink, and it like glares out.
Okay.
It's an older one though. It's like a Gen 1 paddle, something like that. So
I'm talking about the surface color, right? The raw material.
Oh wow.
Right? The raw material.
Crazy.
So.
Yeah. Yeah, and then for your aramid fiber weave, one thing I did notice before this is the original ones, you could like see the black in it. On these new ones, I can't even see it at this point. It's like basically red. So is it just a tighter weave, or is it just using more?
You're comparing it to energy, right? You're comparing it to energy.
Yeah, to the energy.
Energy was a mix of carbon fiber and aramid fiber. So the black is carbon and the red is aramid. So you basically just interweaved between each other, and then we just moved completely to aramid. Actually polyaramid, because it colored with art like polyester, and so it's polyaramid. So the purple is fully polyaramid, and this one as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Does it make sense? I'm happy to. Look, I don't know what to tell you more about this.
No.
It's such a simple.
You're good. I was about to say I like how this plays. This version of it plays more than the energy version of it. I just find this to be way more grittier and all that. I also think that could be that they're newer paddles versus older paddles.
The grit?
Yeah, the grit's way better, I'm finding, on at least this version of the aramid. So
it actually look. I actually want to say something on this topic, really, because people are a little bit, I think, confused, and they think that carbon fiber gets, let's say, better grit than aramid fiber, or some aramid fiber get better grit than carbon fiber. It's not entirely true statement. I can make grit consistent and good on any surface that I want to, but yeah, it's just the matter of regulation, and you have certain regulation with the USA Pickleball, and you cannot go higher than 330 RZ and 40 on RT. And yeah, that's just something that I think people need to keep in mind. So
Yeah, I was about to say I've seen enough of the stuff that's above it to know what we're missing out on by those numbers being the restrictions that they are. So,
you can probably feel it from your hand. You
yeah,
can feel it with your hand and say, okay, this might be questionable. So
yeah.
Yeah.
and
I was about to say I've done the good old referee that they do
yeah,
at the tournaments before you play.
yeah.
You can pretty much almost feel it with your hand. At least the only reason I sometimes question that one is there are some of these paddles that are more of a dwell kind of spin than a grit kind of spin, but I also still think that the grit feeling is, in the end of the day, what is grabbing the ball and spinning it, per se. So, you know,
Have
I
you
think
had
that's
enough
something
time
that's
with Charm?
interesting. What's up?
Have you had enough had enough time with Charm already or not yet?
No, I've my charm time's been limited due to the delayed arrival,
Yeah, yeah,
unfortunately.
yeah.
So
My bad though.
it's
But
okay. I was about to
yeah,
say it's not. Listen, it's gonna happen. That's okay.
yeah, but
So
that's exactly what I want you to pay attention to. Try to understand how the spin is being created because I think the spin potential here is improved because of this internal flex and
okay,
internal improvement in the dwell time. And
And that makes sense.
that does make sense. I was about to say
so
that core you were bending, you were flexing that thing too. I don't think I've seen a core flex that much in a while since I think probably another different foam core that came out this year. So
here is how can I show it?
yeah,
Yeah,
whatever the first one. There you go. That's pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
again,
I was
if I
about
do
to
it
say
side
for
by side.
context. Listen, paddles do not foam does not foam looks more like that where it's tough to bend as someone that has taken apart his fair share of paddles and messed with the cores and stuff like that. I was about to say if it can bend that much then you're going to get some serious potential for trampoline and stuff. So um
You know what's the way we can explain it to people maybe? You know what this reminds me a little bit of? I don't know exactly what's that called, but when you buy a new TV or new computer, you have like those inserts on the sides made with the white material. What's the name of this material?
oh, the styrofoam.
So yeah, probably it kind of similar, right? And you can't really bend it, but if you make some sort of incisions, you can naturally flex it. So it's actually it feels very similar in my hand, I would say, just by the density of it. Obviously, it's not that fragile as this styrofoam, but
The foam that you were just holding up, the white foam, is that the foam that you are using, or are you using the black foam that you're holding up?
no, this is the exactly the foam that in the core.
That is?
Yeah,
Okay.
and this is what and this was just the first foams back like 7 8 months ago when we just tried.
Okay.
Yeah. I was about to say, and you're at I think you're at the same point you were with the Pulse to start. You guys are starting at 200 before code with these, correct?
That's correct. Yeah, so
Yep.
it will be
I
180
think
after the code.
Yep.
180-ish. Yeah,
180.
180 after code. That's a good spot to be in. So, yeah. And then I know you guys are also doing apparel now too. A couple other things as well I've seen on there. I think that's super interesting as well, you know. So, yeah. All right, Ivan. Well, thank you for your time.
It is, you bet.
Appreciate. All right, I'm keeping that. But yeah. So we just chatted with Ivan. Super cool dude, by the way. Like, I think
He's
that's the
awesome.
first time I've seen him like face to face. I've talked with him over the phone a bunch though, and email with him on like all the time.
Yeah.
um, but yeah. So, all right, we got to wrap this up the best way that we know how to, my friend. Q&A and main of the week, baby. All right.
Hey,
So
we just did main of
I
the week. Mine's
know,
not
I
changing.
didn't,
Mine's not
I
changing.
know. But look, the people want to know. And look, I know you have not received your new shipments yet that would sway you potentially. So
I have a very strong feeling it might sway.
I have a
And
feeling it
a-
might too. So
after this conversation, I think tomorrow is gonna be a break out my Harmony X again and rip that for a little bit again.
yeah, I have a feeling there's this very strong chance that you might get swayed. I also think there's something that's coming as a duo that might sway you as well, if you know what I mean, potentially down the road there. So, all right, let's dive into it though. So first off, fan Q&A. I was not the best host, and I did not post a poll or a
I was I
Q&A.
didn't see one.
Here's the thing. I still have extra from last week, so we're going to
Oh
answer
no.
those. So,
Oh no.
give me 2 seconds here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And we're keeping all the swang with that. All right. All right. So, I'm going to ignore the ones that are asking when we're reviewing certain paddles because we're reviewing them as soon as we can. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like that's pretty straightforward,
Yeah.
Like, we are humans, we have lives, and we have to wait shipping
And
times. Like,
and and jobs.
and jobs and editing and
I
recording
wish I could do
and
that. I wish I could do this full time and make this my full time gig, but I can't.
yeah. I was about to say, look, I'm gonna be real with you guys. We're not full time. Like, although to be honest, I think we do it enough to be full time. But
Oh, absolutely.
like if I clocked in and clocked out every time I did this, it'd be a different story. But yeah. So I'm diving into right here. This one is for Cody. What do you look like without the hat on? That was the question.
Oh, really?
Up
Oh
to you.
man.
All right, all right. There we go. There we go. I didn't know he had
But there you go.
never
I'm
seen him with a
I'm
hat, so
I got a little bit of I got a little bit of thinning going on, so I rock the hat all the time,
hey,
except for when I'm playing.
hey, the fans wanted to know. So, all right. Second one in here. I'll go two more after this. The next one is what were your thoughts on the Black Friday deals coming up? They're not all fully formulated yet. I'll take this one. They're not all
Yeah,
fully
there's
formulated yet. You and I know I had texted you briefly about like us potentially doing a Black Friday episode, but it's like
yeah.
they're still changing. There's still like games going in. I think right now 11.624 has like the Power Series for $118 is what they're doing. Look, that's pretty good. Like
That's a
the
good
Gen
paddle too
3
for
powder
that.
paddle basically for $120, potentially less. I don't know if that's with code or without code. I know
Can you
that
or if you can do you know if you can stack code with it if it's not?
so I know that last time when they were talking about stacking, there was a little bit of a confusion because they took a huge chunk off of the original price and then you just put the code on. That's how mine had worked at least.
Okay.
So I don't know if my code with them will specifically stack, but I can message David about that too and ask. But yeah, so look, they're really good about sales over there at 11.624, especially around this time of the year. So my advice would be check the websites, check the discount code lists. I'm working with Cody to get his discount code list, so it'll be in the
You
bio.
have it.
Yes,
It's just not as clean.
yes. I'm working with him. We're gonna make it so it'll be in the bio as like a readable Google Doc, kind of like mine is. So it'll be a little easier for peeps to use because I want them to use your codes as well, by all means. And I think there's a couple others. Apes, Ivan was just talking about. So like the Pulse from last year, the Gen 3 Pulse, that'll be on sale a
Yep.
bunch. Which look, it's Gen 3 paddle. They're look, I think they're good shapes ish.
I liked the paddle.
I was about to say I didn't dislike the Pulse by any means. I just didn't like that mine got really hot. So
But that's the best thing about it is it got hot.
exactly. I was about to say that's what people want these days. So, if you want that, there you go. You now have a cheaper avenue to that. I'm trying to think of what else. I saw Friday had like an $89 stealth Friday Fever bundle. I don't actually have a
Oh,
code for Friday.
I haven't even played with it yet.
I've hit it a couple times just through friends. It's just your standard Gen 3 elongated paddle.
Yeah.
They also have the wide body now. I only saw the elongated in that deal, so that's the only part I'll highlight there. Look, there's others I'm forgetting. I don't think that Rhombus and Vatic will do deals on the Quanta and the V-Souls just because they're already
They're so
$100. Like,
yeah,
look, there's not a lot of
and
profit margin once you hit the $100 mark on a paddle. Like,
and
so
that Quanta for $100, man, that paddle
yeah.
rips.
Look, $100 right here. Like, it's a pretty tough thing to kind of argue against. There's really not a lot of negatives. Even with the Quanta, I think the negative is a positive personally because they're so light that it's like it's
You can
actually been my
customize it.
go-to my junior player recommendation lately because they're so much lighter that like I'm not putting an 8-ounce paddle in a 10-year-old's hands, you know, like or whatever, like a an under 18 player. And so they're actually a really good junior recommendation as well, right there for the kids.
My 6-year-old loves ripping the Quanta.
There you go. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else on the Black Fridays deal side of things. No, if we come up with more, I promise we'll mention them again before Black Friday. But yeah, so some companies are still formulating theirs. I know that. And look, best bet, Black Friday is like 3 days now. It's not just Friday. Check on Friday by all means, but check Saturday, check Sunday, and check that Monday too. Even that Tuesday sometimes will have deals, but that's usually like
Yeah.
the end of the deals. It's kind of similar to like how Amazon Prime Day is these days, where it's like a couple days rather than just one day. And it's usually just due to the shipping, and they don't want to overload like UPS, USPS, FedEx, and stuff like that. So they'll usually spread them out a little more now. But yeah, moving it on anyways. What we got here? All right. Are you guys ever going to wear the same shirt?
Nope.
No. No. I
No.
mean, look, if you want us to, sure. That was a weird one. We get some weird ones
If they
too. Like,
if they want us to wear the same shirt, I'll send you over a Dinkin' Donuts
there
shirt.
you
It's
go.
all
I'd
right.
happily work. I'll rock the Dinkin' Donuts. I don't have any. I don't. All my DDOG shirts are like honestly too small on me right now. So I'm gonna
Do you
have to do
want
it
do
on
you
the
want
skinny
just the
wrap.
Dinkin' Donuts or do you want the logo shirt?
Yeah, I'll take both, dude. I'll rock it. I was
All
about to say,
right, all right.
I'm sending a few paddles your way anyways to test. So
Oh, snap.
I am going to be down the road. Yes. We'll talk about that after this. But yeah. So all right, one more of these, and then we'll move on to the last segment here, just because this has been a long pod at this point.
It has been.
Yeah. All right. So when is the next time you guys are going to be in tournaments? I will be in the BPC tournament the whatever the day men's day is. I think it's the Saturday, the 22nd. I'm pondering a money ball December 6th. To be honest, I'm just having a tough time securing partners right now because the guy I usually play with hasn't been available and everyone's like on holiday or already in another partnership, and it's been this whole
Hmm.
like train of securing partners. I've been trying to get back into mixed on the tournament scene again because I practice it a good amount as well. And it's the same thing. It's like securing partners, securing dates. So if all that stuff falls through, I'll be there. If not, at least for BPC, I'll still probably be there helping out a little bit.
And then I think my next tournament's that first week in December, like the
I think it's the
6th, 7th,
6th.
and
It's
8th.
like the 6th.
Yeah.
Everyone under the sun is having a tournament then for some reason.
Yeah.
So
And I think I'm gonna forego singles on that one. I think I'm only playing men's doubles unless I can get the Sunday off because I that's mixed doubles and I think I work that day.
ooh, that's
So if I can get that day off, then I'll play mixed as well. But right now, just men's doubles.
yeah, pro tip, if you have any form of work or things you're planning on getting done on a tournament day, forget it. Like any pickleball, listen, unless you're going 0-2 and out of there real quick, any pickleball tournament I've been to is like a 5+ hour affair.
Oh,
like,
absolutely, absolutely.
like I always tell I tell my girlfriend, I'm like, look, this is the plan for the day. There is no other plan for the day. like,
Yep. Nope.
like
Nope.
if it goes well, like it'll be a good decent day, and it'll end at a decent time. If it doesn't go well, it'll end really fast, or really late, and I'll be mad at the end or salty at the
Yeah,
end or whatever it is. Like,
exactly.
but I feel like that's a pickleball tournament in a nutshell. But yeah, all right, let's pop it along. I'm going to give some serious preface here on that. We both have not gotten to hit a lot of new paddles since the last main of the week, just the way the timing
Yep.
of pause was. So I will start it off here real quick. I did get to spend some time on these. Hang on, let me spin them so you can read the charms. And I'm not going to lie, I can already tell you right now that these two are tempting me. They're tempting me a lot. I really do like this and this. I just wish this was a little longer. That's it. I just want my 0.2 back. That's it. Like, where is it? I could hit this bad boy a little bit. I liked it. 12 millimeter, not for me. I'm too trash for a 12 millimeter paddle, to be honest. Like, watch the ball just sail up every time I would dink. Yeah, it's pretty much a no-brainer at this point for me. It's been my main for 2 months. I'll tell you though, that 3 flick weight band, man, it's a game changer with this thing because I like it a lot more with it than without it. So I still like it without it, but yeah, same setup, same paddle. Yeah, kind of boring new week main for me. But all right, Cody.
Mine's not changing. I'm gonna keep rocking the bread and butter loco, but I do have a strong feeling after talking with Ivan that the new Charm X will be making a run for its money. So, oh yeah,
I was about to
with
say this feels
with
like
the
it would
three
be your battle.
with the 3 gram flick weight band.
Yeah, hang on. There you go. I got you. I'm gonna put it right over the apes one though. I'm not taking the apes one off right now. There you go.
And I think I even have a burnt orange grip that I'm gonna throw on it. Oh
Ooh,
yeah.
what? Dude, I should have found the orange. My there's a gal that I play a good amount with on Wednesdays. She just got sent. There you go. That's it with the flick weight pen. Wow, it actually does feel
Y-
way better with this on. Yeah. Here's the thing, I'm so used to playing with the flick weight band on from the Vatic that I'm not used to like swinging them without it now. That like
Yeah.
it doesn't feel like is right. It just feels more like stable. It, it's kind of like how I explain it. You know that feeling when you first put lead weight on a paddle and you haven't like
hmm
put it in a location that you're not used to per se? It's kind of like that. Like you get a different weight sensation. Um, but yeah. So I mean, dude, I don't think you can go wrong with that setup. My only question is I want to see this lead configuration you were telling Ivan about on this thing. So
I'll send you a photo
yeah, I want to see
of
this
the
anyway.
of my harmony. I'll send you a photo of what the harmony looks like. So
But yeah, all right. That's all I got, dude.